welcome back to my foundation series. And today I'm going to be building a stable, or possibly two, for my animals. I'm just trying to work out where exactly I want it to go. So there's my little cows bobbing up there in their one wide space. Poor little things. So they need a new home. And I might also grab some pigs. I do have sheep, of course, in my sheep farm. I don't know if I want to have some sheep in a little stable as well. I'm gonna steal this ink sac. So yeah, I don't want to block the line of sight. Hello. How are you doing today? You good? And I think I'm going to go with a square for this. But let's just leave a little bit of space in between. 5. That should be good. And then maybe here. So I've just brought some dirt with me for the time being so that I can map out the base of this place. Because I haven't done any thinking in terms of how big this is going to be. So I'm just winging it, basically. But I want to have an area for cows, obviously, because they need relocating. And then I'm going to get some pigs and probably some sheep. So I want at least 3 different pens within this stable that I'm building. Hello, Torch. Building materials, again, I'm not really sure. I might try out either, well, possibly both granite and brick for some orangey to tie in with the acacia over there. I want to do a bamboo roof for no particular reason. I just thought maybe that would be a nice change. And I'm not planning for this structure to be particularly fancy. It'll probably just be a sort of simple structure with walls at the bottom and some posts holding up a sort of slanted roof rather than trying to do any funky curves or anything like that. Why is it always nighttime? I feel like I should just sleep here rather than going in my base. It is nighttime. Nearly. Very nearly. Also, I had a thought, which is once I've moved those cows, maybe I will build myself a proper place for the lightning rod to live, so that it's not just floating in the air. That might be quite nice. Don't know if I want this in an equal number. I don't know if it matters. Probably not. So my plan isn't to leave this as plain dirt. I'm thinking of growing some spruce saplings on it to turn it all to podzol. And then adding in a bit of decoration with possibly coarse dirt. Oops, hello, I've fallen in a hole. And maybe some of the other dirt varieties. My animals are not getting any grass because I'm feeling mean. They can suffer without. Okay, so how wide have I actually made this? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Which doesn't divide by... No, it does divide by 3. That would be 5 wide each, sort of. Break your headphones. Oh no, what happened? Didn't you only recently get those? I mean, like a few months ago. Oh. That's no good. So you back on your old ones that didn't really work very well. I need some bone meal as well, but that shouldn't be an issue. Because I've got this over here. Which apparently isn't sending the cart round. In other updates, I had to replace that from being the copper trapdoors, because with the colouring and just out the corner of my eye, it always looked like a creeper. And it sort of gave me a jump scare every time I went past. Right. That's first puzzle, and yes, I am going to be chopping trees on stream, unfortunately. I couldn't think of a better way of changing the ground to something a bit more interesting. But also in the kind of earthy tones rather than green. No greenery allowed for my animals. They're getting space. They can work up to like food source later. New wire ones you bought for your PC. Your computer doesn't have Bluetooth. Oh no. That's really annoying. Is there any chance you can replace the pin? I don't know how easy that would be to do. I appear to be stuck in a tree. That's unfortunate. There we go. Yeah, I've walked off with mine still attached to my head occasionally, but it's never pulled badly enough to break anything. Yeah. I think it's worth doing, because if you can find someone who can do it, it's got to be cheaper than buying a whole new set of headphones, surely. You would have thought, anyway. But then I guess companies also do try and make stuff as unrepairable as possible, if that's probably not the right word, but they would rather you just buy a new pair. And yeah, accidental damage sadly not covered under any sort of warranty. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. So Yeah, I'm going to try out some granite down here, I think. But I might give up on it. I'm not a huge fan of granite. I can't really build a stable out of concrete. That would look even stranger. Mobile market nearby. Okay. Fingers crossed. I shall hope you manage to find someone with the skills to fix it at a reasonable price. Because that would be very annoying. Use your headphones. My Bluetooth headphones don't want to connect to my new mobile, which is frustrating. And I don't know why they won't. They'll connect to everything else that I own, other than my laptop, oddly enough. Yeah, can't connect them to my laptop, can't connect them to my new phone. Okay. Get rid of all those. Don't need all that dirt anymore. So I'm going to make a load of coarse gravel. Probably... coarse dirt, rather. Yeah, I definitely don't need 2 stacks of the stuff. Yeah, that should do. Just 1 stack of coarse dirt. Should be plenty, and some spare as well. Yeah, I do have some podzol here, but probably wouldn't have been enough to cover everything. I'll take some rooted dirt just in case I decide I like the look of it. I don't know if I should take some concrete powder. I don't even know if I have... No, I don't have brown concrete powder. Because I fixed my concrete duper so it's not chucking out concrete powder anymore. Brown wool's a bit of a weird colour. Okay. And I was actually going to grab some granite while I was down here. Which I don't have a huge amount of. And I'm also still not convinced about the look. And then, yeah, I'll make some bricks and test those out too. Just to see. I have even less actual bricks than I have granite. So I'm going to cheap out and I'm going to build with slabs because you won't see that it's slabs once I put it down. And we'll just test things out, and if they don't work, I shall think of another block. Tomorrow is going to be chaos. You don't have headphones for Minecraft session. Yeah, that might get a bit noisy. Don't know if I'll be able to make it tomorrow on the server. I've got a lot to do. So I might have to focus on other stuff than playing Minecraft, sadly. But I'll see how it goes. See how I feel. Right. Also see how I feel about this granite and brick going on. Because I see people build with them and it looks nice. But then I try and build with it. I'm like, I hate this. This is the worst thing ever. Why am I doing this? Also, I guess I have some people mix in terracotta as well, but I have even less terracotta than I have everything else. Maybe it'll be alright. I did not bring enough stuff though. I might have a thingy stone cutter. Yeah. In there. One day I'll get around to finishing the nether tunnel, and then I might actually be able to tidy that shulker box out, which would be quite nice. Okay, good. I did bring all my bricks. Not bricks, walls. Brain has gone to sleep. And yeah, it's fun on the server, but it is a bit confusing when everyone's trying to have different conversations. As usual, I'm trying not to do this in any sort of order, but it's kind of hard. Just end up going around in stripes. Maybe another couple of bricks. Oops. Yeah, sure, why not? And then I'm thinking have like an open bit at the front where the animals can go out, and then sort of walls at the back. And maybe the walls will go up to the roof as well. You do a polished wall? No, there's no polished wall, which is a bit unfortunate. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's not quite gone to plan. I should probably put a brick one there, maybe. Okay, so I want 3 spaces. And I've got 15. 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can do it like that, and then the middle one is just a bit thinner than the others. Maybe. Yeah, proximity chat would be useful, but yeah, realm versus server. And I think because the server is managed by, or the realm rather, is managed by Microsoft, so it's a lot easier in terms of admin for who's to run that. Okay, so we're going to have 2 that are 4 wide and 1 that's 5 wide. Seems like it will really bug me. So instead what I'm going to do is shorten this by 1 so that they can each be equal distance apart. I still don't know why I've got a fortune shovel. I don't think there's ever a day when I would want to like farm flint, but maybe that day will come. And I'll be glad about the fortune shovel. Now, I don't have any slabs because I put them all away. Which was short-sighted of me. I should have known that there would be issues. And I'd probably want them back. Okay, right. Yeah, I think we'll just have to find some sort of workable in-game solution, which might just be people going into different groups on Discord, depending on who's doing what with whom. Okay, so the next question is how much of this do I want my roof to cover, and how much do I want to be open to the elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I could do it equal again. No. We're going to have slightly more undercover, I think. Brick, 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 brick. Where did you go? There you went. And I think I need some more granite walls as well. Oops. Yeah. I decided to go for something hopefully easy today. Because I'm feeling tired. Right, are you in line? Yep, okay. Ignore the gaping hole. So I want a wall coming up here in line with that one. And then the corners will also be coming up. These ones don't need to actually. But I probably should put ones here. Because I'm going to have fences in between these so that the animals stay apart from each other. Oh, I didn't realise that was brick. These ones, I don't know if I want them to go all the way up or not. Okay, so I do want some sort of fences and fence gates in here. But I don't know what colour. Maybe spruce? Maybe? I think the acacia would be too orange with these ones. I could put some lanterns on there as well. Okay, I think the brick one just looks a bit weird on this floor, so I'm going to take that out. Jungle maybe? Jungle wood? Would that go? So much easier and creative when you've just got the whole block palette ready to go at your fingertips. Okay. So yeah, jungle has got kind of some pinky tones in there. So I'm going to have the bamboo is going to be the roof. So I need to make sure that that doesn't clash too much. I think that would work. But no, not with the bamboo. Maybe if it was on its own, it would work. You've got spruce. Could work. But I think it's a little bit dark. Yeah. I think jungle is still what I'm leaning towards. And then we've got the oak fence gates. Yeah, the jungle has a sort of warmth to it that the oak lacks. Definitely not doing dark oak, and then cherry is just going to be way too much for me, at least. And then yeah, not mangrove, basically because I don't have any mangrove anyway. Competitions changed. Mason and elytra. Why do you keep finding elytra? Have you been going to the end, or is it just the first trip you took, you picked up a load more than expected? Right, I should put some this bone meal away. Don't need that anymore, but I do need some sticks, and I might as well grab some slabs while I'm down in my storage room. Sticks for making fences and fence gates. Okay. Yeah, I picked up jungle logs. I don't actually need bamboo stairs or jungle stairs, so those can go back. Oops, it's nighttime. I still haven't accidentally backed into that lava yet, but I assume one day it will happen. But hopefully I'll remember that I've got some water right there, rather than just panicking about being on fire. At some point I should build a little cat house as well, and a dog house, but later, not right now. Okay, so would help if I had a crafting table down. And then I could make some stuff. Going back to the end because you want all 20. Oh, wow, you are just killing loads of dragons then. That is impressive, considering how bad the first portal that we went through was. It's impressive that you found 4 end cities with ships, all close together. Or, you know, within reasonable flying distance. Okay. Why don't they connect? I thought they connected. I thought walls and fences connected to each other. Also, this is gonna annoy me. I think I'm gonna have to double up on my fences. Fence gates, rather. Ah. Why did I think they connected to each other? Oh well, I guess I am building those bits out of normal blocks then. I don't know why I'm staring at it, like I've got all the blocks in my inventory. Right, and then we can have the walls on top, I guess. Which makes it a bit chunkier than I was planning for, but it's fine. Which means these ones will also need to be blocks as well. But it does mean that I can do some more polished stuff. Okay, I've got a question. How did these stack up? Okay, they do form into a block. Because if you stack the smooth stone slab on itself, then you still get the line down the middle. And what I mean is, yeah, it doesn't turn into a smooth stone block. It turns into 2 smooth stone slabs stacked. You found 9 ships. 1 for you, 1 for me. 2 for aggressive and Deadeye. King. 4 more. And the one I found, yeah. Yeah, that is quite a few. It is quite a few elytra. Right, I think I'm gonna make that brick. If I had a brick. Okay, and I need more fence gates because of doing everything on evens. Okay. right. I'm going to actually fill this in again, which is nice. Don't have to look at this ugly hole. Right. And then sort that out for a block. I don't know whether to swap these corners out for blocks or not. Considering that they don't have the fences attached, so it doesn't matter. From a connection point of view, I guess I will build things up and then see how I feel about it. Also, the front is going to be a bit taller than the back because I'm planning to do slabs that sort of slope downwards. So it sort of makes sense for it to be a bit more... what is the word that I'm looking for? Structural? That's not the word I'm looking for. Sturdier? Maybe? That might be the word. That's very polished in that corner. I think I'm trying to keep things not like in any sort of pattern here, but I'm not always very good at that. 5 elytra, 2 maces. Is it just going to be a random giveaway that you're doing for the elytra? That looks very strange out there. Or is that also going to have some sort of competition aspect involved? Right, I need fences down the middle, so I definitely need more than 3. These. Possibly 12? But that's... yeah, I've just made more than I needed, I think. Yeah, I only needed 6. Ah, okay. Having connection issues again. So these ones at least need to be swapped out, which means it probably makes sense to swap the corners out too. Oh, I've only got 1 slab. Oh. That's at the back. I want to see it. Okay, so I've got some animal pens. Ish. I don't want to move them in until I've got a roof on here. Don't want them getting rained on. Okay. So now, oh, I needed more fence posts for this anyway. So, in fact, I didn't make enough. Yeah, I need to decide how high I want to go. This. Use the shelf to build a machine to pick 3 random people. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. Because then it's just down to the RNG and no one has to feel like they've missed out. Yeah, I can get back up there because I'm stood on a wall. Okay. So I think that would be too low. But maybe if I go up 1 on each of these, that'd be good. That'd be cool. And just need to keep everyone in rockets forever. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay. Nope, can't get up there. Unless I build up 1 higher. Okay. I need a lot more fence posts, especially if I'm actually going to go across like this. I think what I might do is build the roof on one of these sections, and then I'll get an idea if I actually like it or not, which means I need to go and grab some bamboo. Yep. And hopefully I've got enough bamboo. I had a check and I do have some. Otherwise we're making a little trip. Yeah, I've got that and those blocks of bamboo. But first let's jettison this granite. And the bricks. Don't need those anymore. Hopefully. Bricks live in here. And yeah, I'll keep hold of the slabs because I knocked one of those out and I can get rid of that podzol. Yeah, cool. I'm so looking forward to having automatic storage at some point in the near future. Right, I think I'm going to need an absolute ton of these, but let's just make 60 for now. Try some stuff out, and I think it's night again. Yep. Have a little nap. I wonder how much that'll spread out stuff on the server once everyone can fly. If people are just gonna go and set up stuff blocks and blocks away because they can. That does make quite a nice noise, the bamboo. I don't know how to put that down. I also don't know what sort of slope to give this. Okay, I think I probably want like that, but I don't want this block to be too wide. So if I do two like that, and then two coming off there, and then no. Ah, that might have actually worked out kind of well. Assuming it looks okay. I've got sort of an even slope going downwards. Probably should come over one more just so that it, oops, lines up properly. And I guess some lighting around here would probably be a good idea. So that it's not just a mob farm at night. Don't want creepers dropping in on my cows. Blowing them all up. I shall stick down some glow lichen up here, I think. Okay. Wow, that was exactly as many slabs as I had as well. Let's knock that out for the time being. Just have a look at this. I don't know if it should come all the way up to the front, actually. Because then the animals would be in shade for the whole day. So maybe it should only go up to this point here. Yeah. Oh, you started to learn how to code. Cool. What language have you gone for? And... oops. Crunch. What you doing? Is it one of these, like, free online courses where you type hello world and print it to the screen? I've done quite a few of those. But it's a good way to get started. Okay, so yeah, that would be... and obviously then I would take this stuff out as well. And potentially move it back underneath there. Yeah, I think that's more the thing. It's kind of annoying. I can't do much support on the sides, but maybe if I have support going along the front, that will be enough. And maybe at the back too. I'm no good at this sort of detailing stuff. I don't really know what I'm doing. I think it needs something under there. But I don't know what. I'm not sure if the fences are quite right. The fence gates, maybe I can mix in. Oh, I hate when I have more than one thing and it's... Oh, have I run out of sticks as well? Yeah, it sort of switches between them. Right. Yeah, I might go for fence gates at the front here as support, even though it doesn't actually touch the top. And then the fences at the back. Because I feel like this just looks a bit weird dangling down. And I still need to get some like lanterns and stuff here. So that I've actually got a bit of light on this situation. Yeah, maybe I just stick to fences here. And then I can put lanterns on top of those. What's the other language? Python is easier to learn. Yep. I mean, I learned JavaScript first, but that's just because that's what I needed to do for my job. But Python is very popular as well. It's got a lot of applications. And yeah, it's pretty simple because, well, not simple, but language, as a language, it's kind of straightforward. Because there's not a whole lot of punctuation and stuff that you have to include in there. You just need to make sure that you're indenting your lines properly. And then stuff works rather than worrying about curly brackets and semicolons like JavaScript has. That's cool. Are you just going to follow along the course, or have you got something in mind that you'd like to build with your newly developed coding skills? Okay, I picked up sticks. Lanterns. I needed lanterns. Are they in there? No, they're in the box that's marked with a lantern on the front. How strange. Who would have thought? I also still need to sort out some light for that because I'm not planning to leave the torch on there forever. Okay, lantern, lantern, lantern. More lanterns. There we go. Yeah, if these weren't even, then I could have a lantern hanging down in the middle of there. I don't actually know how far this... Oh, yeah. Yeah, the light goes all the way to the back, I think. It could be influenced by those torches up there as well, but hopefully it's safe from creepers and other such mobs. Right. Oh no, I needed some fence gates. I'm going to stick this bamboo away for the minute because it's annoying me. Yeah, probably better to like focus on learning the basics and getting them down and then go off on your own adventures later once you've done that part. Right. I also... Oh, I guess as I'm not building in the front, then I could actually put my scaffolding in here. Oops, not like that. Ah, tired, I told you. Brain has gone to mush, even more than usual. Right, okay, so this is still at a reasonable light level, which is nice. I'm gonna have a nap, just in case. I'm still not entirely sure about the bamboo, but I'm gonna stick with it, and I want to do a bit of decorating, like put some wheat bales and stuff around, so maybe that will help sort of tie in the yellow colour. Maybe not, and I'll tear it down and replace it with something else. This is how it might go. Never know. Right. Don't know how many of these to make. Oh, stop it. I just want bamboo slabs. Don't want jungle slabs. Should I put a little cauldron of water in for my animals? Would that be a nice thing to do? Should I just let them expire of thirst? Get dehydrated. Right, I am 6 short, which is actually quite handy because that is as many slabs as I get out of making them, so not going to have any wastage. Okay, I like the idea of that. Oh, get out the door. Stop being silly. Okay. Well, dear. That's not where I wanted to place that. Come on. Yeah, run out of stuff again. Yeah, it's just weird the way it hangs down, but I'm gonna deal with it. Because I think from the front it looks nice. And yeah. I'm not going to exactly be staring at it from the back. Okay, you can go in there. And then, right, I need 4 of these, I think? No, 8 of these. And then an unspecified number of jungle fence. And that did just remind me that trapdoors are a thing. But I don't think I want trapdoors. Maybe I'll change my mind later. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was like, you've been quiet on the build palette choices, but I'm glad it's because you think I'm doing well rather than because you're just despairing and can't even find the words to mention it. Okay. So I think that's the basics. And then I just want to do some decorating. So yeah, it should all be lit up. So I can do... Okay, here's a question for you. Can I actually make rooted dirt from roots and dirt? Or do I need to grow the azalea up on it? That's something I've never paid much attention to. And yes, I do have a bit of a sore throat at the moment. Not sure what's going on with that. But it's a bit annoying. Right, I think I want some normal dirt as well, so I'm going to break that out just with the unenchanted shovel. And then I can mix that in here as well. I'm getting so confused. I think that's normal dirt that I'm holding, yes. Okay, it's kind of, yeah. Definitely don't want to do, like, that sort of pattern again. Maybe I'll aim for more of a blob rather than a pathway. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's dig out this. And then stick some stuff down. That can be some rooted dirt in there. So I'm going to have the larger farm animals in here. So I have my cows and then I'll grab some sheep and some pigs, I think, to fill it all in. I do a little corner here. Oops. Keep digging out this hole down here. Yeah? Is that the right? Yeah, that's the right block. That looks weird with the granite. Then maybe another blob here. Okay. Doing something. Right, I think I can get rid of the stone cutter and put all this stuff back away. Hopefully, I think I can get rid of my silk touch shovel. Put that away too. A little tidying. And then grab a few cauldrons. I wonder if I could do the thing where you get like a... I think you can do it with a minecart. So you grow some crops and then you have a minecart like over the top so it looks like a planter. Because then that could be like a little food trough for the animals, maybe. I mean, obviously you don't feed animals actively growing crops, but we're using a little imagination here. So maybe that could work. Right. I don't have any cauldrons because they're all over at my ice farm. So I need 3 of these. Actually, I might have cauldrons, but they wouldn't be in that box. They'd be over here. I indeed did have 3 cauldrons. Never mind. Put that away. I think I can put my wood away. Try and keep the inventory somewhat tidy. Despite Minecraft's best efforts to make it tricky. And then coarse dirt, rooted dirt, hot soil can go in there, and then dirt can go in there. Yeah, there's going to be probably quite a bit of back and forthing. Do I want to grab a minecart and try making a little thingy? I know what thingy means. Like a little feeding trough. I guess, why not? Minecart shouldn't live in there. Minecart should live here with all the other rail stuff, but I don't have one. I've seen people do this, but I don't actually know how it's done, so this could fail miserably. And I should probably have a drink before my throat actually gives up. There we go. I should also mute myself before I cough, because that was potentially loud. If it was, I'm sorry. So I need some water to get these crops to grow. Oh, I guess I could do it under here, couldn't I? Yes. I could turn that into a water source. And there is a reason that I blocked out the bottom of it. Don't worry. I've not gone completely mad. I want to put some wall down there so that from underneath, if I ever go digging, I know it's a water source. Yeah, I suppose things are just a little not quite normal around here. So yeah. Why wouldn't I feed my animals with crops that are currently growing? Yep. It just adds, you know, adds to the feeling that things aren't quite as they should be. Ah, I think I've got... No, not quite got overflow yet of the dark blue wool. So I think other than the water and... I'm just thinking I should probably make a water source. Oops, that's a rail. That's not water. There we go. Because I'm going to need to fill up a load of cauldrons. And if the rail thing works, then I'm going to need to do some more, or at least one more farm plot thing. Yay. Okay, I need to be careful with the cauldron because I don't want the animals to be able to get up on it, so I might bury it in the ground. Yeah, I'm just trying to work out where I want my feeder to go, so I think I will try and put the crop here. And then I can have a cauldron down here with some water in it. Yeah, everything is not normal or fine, but it's alright. Unlike Smallish Beans, who is definitely normal and everything is fine and happy and not at all weird. Whereas, you know, I'll admit that I'm a little bit strange on occasion. Okay, so I've got a little trough there. Feeding them. I guess I could go down here and see what my ally's been up to. I did redo this to stop the weird load error that I had. So this is now on a timer. And then I manually crafted some of this. Okay, apparently my fix to stop seeds going into the system has worked because there's no seeds in the system. So where these whatever they're called, pitcher plants, yeah, I've replaced the farm soil there because I was getting seeds in the system, and if I want to auto craft wheat, then I figured it was easier to lose a few spots in here rather than set up some sort of item filter down there to stop seeds going in. And as you can see, the farmer's a bit lazy and doesn't get around to all the crops anyway. That does mean I need to farm my own wheat. Goodbye, Iron Golem. Okay, new question, which you won't know the answer to. Have I actually planted beetroot around here? Yeah, I did. I did plant a little bit of beetroot. Cool. Not that anyone's gonna be eating that of my animals. But it's good to know it's there. Okay. And then I'm assuming podzol doesn't turn back into dirt because it's not like grass that spreads. Yeah, I don't actually know how to do this, so I'm just gonna hope for the best. That kind of seems like it's not gonna work. And I think maybe I should have grabbed some bone meal before just plonking a minecart on top of my wheat. Because, I mean, the question could be, why am I growing any of this? I don't actually need any of this particularly. And I'm growing beetroot because in real life it's one of my favourite things to grow and eat. So I should have it in game as well. If only I could make jars and pickle beetroot in game, then I'd be happy. That's all that my character would eat. Who cares about golden carrots when you can have beetroot? But no, I'm not going to live off beetroot soup in game because that's ridiculous. Maybe one day as a challenge. I survived 100 days living off of beetroot soup. And now I never want to play Minecraft again. Okay. So let's use some bone meal on that and then see if it works. Because if it does work, then I can do it on the other plots as well. They're just so good. I mean, I even like them just roasted and eaten like an apple. But pickling them is like a more sensible way. Okay, cool. Yeah, little feeding trough. Obviously, I will have carrots for the pigs. Which means maybe I'll put the pigs in the middle, just so that it's not completely, it's not two lots of wheat together. Mix things up a little bit. Right, I'm going to try and wrangle some cows in here now, which I'm assuming is going to go completely smoothly and be lots of fun and not at all annoying. But the problem is I've got like 27 cows in here and I don't need 27 cows, so yep. Do I leave them to wander free and trample my crops, or do I thin the herd? Sorry guys, some of you may die. Oh, all of you may die apparently. Yeah, I forgot sweeping edge worked like that. Okay, well, I guess I'm looking for some new cows then. I thought sweeping edge was like a certain amount of animals rather than, or targets rather than absolutely everything that's in front of you. Whoops. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. And hope that I can find some cows. I mean, I guess I could also put sheep in that pen on the end. Ah, there's a cow. Well, to be fair, those cows, if I hadn't have built the stable, would have been crushed to death anyway in the farm. So at least they had a clean death. Come on, little cow. Don't worry about what happened to all the rest of the cows that I have. They went to a better place. Now, is it going to manage the no, come back. Come back here. I think I should probably take it over this way anyway, so it's not swimming very far. Oh, I need to sneeze soon, maybe. Not sure. Okay. Yes, follow the wheat. Yeah, I feel like maybe I should have just let the cows go, but also, come on, come on, come on, cow. They would have just gone everywhere. I can't be dealing with that. Right. There we go. I will aim to get at least 2 cows so that then I can breed up a couple more. I think like, although it is actually quite a small space, you know. If this was real life, I would not be cramming farm animals in like this, but this is Minecraft, so compared to most creatures, they've got all the space they could want. Right. So this is going to be the little pigs. And we're going to have some more water hiding down here so I can do some farm stuff. Yep. I don't even have a happy ghast. I can't be trying to rape up a load of farm animals to take away and drop on somebody's base. Not that I have anybody's base. Look at all that raw beef I got. Where'd that all come from? Right, what am I doing? Blue wool. Down there. Water bucket. Which occasionally I say correctly. And then... I guess I could put the farmland here. And then it won't look too weird. So yeah, this is going to be pigs in here. I think I'm going to stick their cauldron down here. Just to keep things changing up a bit in between all the different animals. Yeah. Lots of leather, lots of steak. And my crops didn't get trampled by runaway cows. So, other than the fact that I thought I'd have a few cows left, it was a success. Right, I need some carrots so that I can go and grab some piggy wiggies. And keep an eye out for more cows, of course. And then I think I have the smaller animals on the other side, but I might not grab those today. See how I feel. I would like a horse stable as well. I think I mentioned that at some point. Do I grab these sheep? I think I do. See if I can get pigs and sheep back at the same time. Probably leads would have been the easiest way to do this. And I do have some leads just over there in my ender chest. Oh, come on. Come on, sheep. Okay, yep. 2 of each. If they want to follow me. Although I did draw chickens in my thumbnail, so if I don't make a chicken stable, then it's sort of like false advertising. I don't know with the chickens if I should collect the eggs or not. I don't know what I would ever do with a mass production of eggs. But also I feel like I should try. You know, if they're producing them anyway, then why not collect them? And maybe at some point I want to start writing my memoirs and I need like hundreds of stacks of feathers to make ink and quill. Or book and quill, rather. Okay, so I just want the pigs, which means I want to do that. And then the sheep should lose interest in me. And the pigs should follow. Thank you. Haha, you're trapped. But now I need to go and get these sheep back. Come on, little buddies. Yeah. There we go. Baby sheep. Sadly, I don't have the Forever Young mod. So that will indeed grow up to be an adult. But I could name it. I've forgotten. Is it _Jeb to make a rainbow one? That would be cool. I would like a rainbow sheep. Yeah, I think people would be disappointed if they clicked on my video and then there wasn't a chicken enclosure. Oh, Jeb _. I mean, considering that I haven't done that for years and years, that's, I don't feel too bad about getting it wrong. Right. I need 2 minecarts. I might add a row of trapdoors, bamboo trapdoors on the front here. Maybe. Right, you need a minecart. Excuse me. The rate is going weird again. Oh, I also need to plant some carrots for you. Yeah. Oh, do you want a carrot? Do you want to make a piglet? These aren't even the new ones. Sorry, you're not cute enough. There's a new patch coming where they replace you. Oh, whoops. No, come back. Oh, what are you doing, pig? What are you doing? You've ruined everything. Oh no. Now it's knocking the minecart around. Okay, yeah, I don't actually know if the animals will be able to, like, move that once it's in place. I didn't think of that. Ah. This is why we do things without the animals in. No. Oh. Come on. You're stuck in the fence now. Come on. All the way out. And all the way in this one. Ah. Okay. Why have I got a hole? I think, yeah, I must have panicked and broken that block down there. I don't even remember having a oh yeah, I guess I would have got the shovel to break the temporary block. Yeah, that would be good. Because you can't just have a constant stream of like breeding and slaughtering adults. It would be, oh, sorry. Much easier if you just had a name tag way of going, please make sure this baby stays baby size forever. So one of the other games I play, Enshrouded, does it basically like you interact with the baby to make it grow up. So if you wanted to, you could just keep it young forever. That's not a cauldron, that's a cauldron. Oh, why did you go down there? Why are you so dumb? Thank you. There we go. Animals are such a trial. Why did I have animals here? Okay, so that's my water source. So that would be a valid spot to put some wheat in a minecart. I'm just a little bit wary now that they're going to try and escape while I do this. I don't really want to have the feeding trough right in the middle. I think that would just be kind of weird. I guess what I could do is block off the escape route. So if I put the rail there with them, that's facing the wrong way. The rail there. And then the block there, they can get up on the block, but they shouldn't be able to actually escape. That's the theory anyway. And then I can stick that on there and... Oh no. Oh. Okay. The theory was good. The application of the theory was not good. Because I should have built that wall too high. Okay. Come back, sheep. Come back. I mean, it's going better than the pigs did, so there's a slight improvement. Now you can make the kitchen coop to the side in an L shape from the barn. I don't entirely know where you mean. Because that's my barn. This is the stable. I don't know where your L is starting. But I'm thinking of doing chickens and rabbits because they're both kind of annoying. So need a bit more keeping inside. Oh. They knocked the minecart out the way. Why'd you gotta be like that? Okay. Their feeding trough is at a jaunty angle. But hopefully it won't look too weird once the wheat grows. If it does, then I'll make more of an effort to straighten it up. From the stable. Okay. So where are you thinking? Because I was thinking I would just do it on this side here. Sort of like opposite. Where is your imaginary L going? Is it like coming out here? Is it going like that way? I don't, yeah. Not that it'll be easy for you to describe over text what you mean. I'm gonna go look for another cow while you contemplate. You could say I was on one of Heath's streams and used emojis to describe what I was trying to do. So maybe you could make something out of emojis that gives me an idea of where towards my path. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can find another cow that isn't dead. And then I might take the old cow farm down as well. Right. Hello? Are there any cows in the near vicinity? Was it just that one who was too slow to run away? That looks like a cow up there. No, not you, sheep. Sorry. I've got all the sheep I need. Yeah, man. I should have got a lead. I already said I should have got a lead and I just completely forgot. Oh, come on. I guess another question is, do I actually make the chicken coop now? Or do I wait until I can build it out of copper? Because I would probably want to have bars of some variety to keep the chickens in. Because they are little escape artists. Oh, I don't know how the cow is going to cope with this water here. But I guess I'll find out. Do you want the wheat enough to swim for it? Sort of, yeah. So yeah, at the moment I can only use iron bars. But if I built the chicken coop later on, then I could use copper bars, probably in unoxidized or the first stage. Weathered? Or whatever it is. One of the orangey tones anyway. And then that might kind of fit in a bit better than iron bars would. Come on, buddy. And then you could draw me a little picture of where you think it should go. Let me know your grand vision. Right, you're coming in here, please. I don't think I will give them a baby though, because that's not very much room for two cows. So I might breed another pig up when they're ready. And then, yeah, the sheep can be the 3 of them. Okay, I'm going to tear that down, and then I should do a bit of decorating around that area, I think. There's probably some water in here as well, which I want to get rid of. Yep. Destruction of the early game stuff. But it can't stay there forever. Oops. There we go. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, let me know what you got in mind, because it's hard to picture just based on a description. Right, I can get rid of that, and then I can pick up that hopper. Come back here with some blocks. While I'm down here, I'm going to make some bamboo trapdoors as well. It's emptying out all my stuff that's in my inventory. I wonder if that might be all of my starter stuff torn down now. I think the cow farm might have been the last holdout. Oops, I needed something from that chest. Right. Mob sort of drops in here. Is that where my leather lives? Apparently. I mean, I will need a ton of leather anyway to make... Not crafting tables. Picture frames. Item frames. That's a word. What? No, the carrots don't live in there. The carrots live up here. There we go. Get my head if it wasn't screwed on. Look at all this. I'm going to need to find something to do with all of this iron, because it's getting a little bit ridiculous. And then this might... Yeah, this doesn't have room in it anymore. Just stick that in the overflow. I need to find more things to smelt so that I can use the wool up as fuel. Too productive for my own good. I have to start burning stuff unproductively. Right. Cover this up. Would be a good idea. Ta-da! So yeah, I might build some sort of lightning rod holder here. Which should hopefully be in range to keep this safe. I could also just build another one closer to this anyway. So, yeah, I wish I could transfer it. That would be great. I could just put it in my bags and take it over to the server. Be so much easier. Right, let's stick some hay bales down. Oh, you won't see that one anyway. Little store of fodder for the animals. Okay, I won't build anything in this area just in case that's where you're thinking of the chickens going. I'm now at a loss. I guess I could have a little barrel and fill it with milk buckets. That could maybe be an idea. Make another... Oops, that's water. That's not hay bales. Sometimes I swear my mouse has a mind of its own. And the mouse wheel just scrolls of its own volition. I could probably get rid of that now as well. For the time being, at least. I can always make another one if needed. Oh, I forgot to make the trapdoors because I have absolutely no memory at all. I don't know if they're looking a bit too even, but I'll sort that out in the morning. I wonder... So obviously I don't have the new short grass, dried grass, yellow grass, whatever it's called. But I wonder if you can just stick that on a hay bale. Because that could work. Yeah, it is annoying. Because it's just like, I think I'm on what I want and it's just like ticked over to the next thing. Which is fine for some stuff. But can you imagine if I was doing redstone and I'd have put the water bucket down? Or if it was like an ender pearl instead. I'll just launch myself into space. Right, bamboo. Let's not get distracted. That's not going to make very many trapdoors, is it? So I'm going to need 15, I think, to cover all the front. And I have only made 6, so let's get some more bamboo. Bamboo farm is still in... I'm not going to say in the works, because that sounds like it's actually... I'm making progress on it, but is being planned. So many things are being planned. I need to be quicker at editing is what I need. That is what slows me down in progress. Okay, I definitely don't want any escapey animals while I do this, so... Yeah, I was thinking along here. That's sort of a bit of decoration. Yeah. And it's also kind of annoying because well, I guess the iron trapdoor, I think you only get 1 for your 4 pieces. I mean, I don't mind trapdoors as much as buttons. Why? Why do you only get 1 button? Not that I really mass craft buttons, but... Okay. Yeah, I think I like the trapdoors, just... I felt like it was a little bit abrupt before. Let's see what you've got to offer me. Anything? Ooh, Nautilus shell. Got packed ice. Don't need a red tulip. I don't know how many Nautilus shells I have, actually. At some point, I probably should make a conduit. But that some point it is not right now. Okay. The crops are still growing. Funnily enough. Right. Do some clearing up. Oh, barrel. Apparently I can only keep 1 thought in my head today. So we're doing lots of running back and forth to the storage room, which luckily isn't too far away. So yeah, I think once I've got access to like the short grass, I will probably put some of that inside the pens as well. Well, you know what I mean. The yellow short grass. I think this short grass would look a little bit weird, maybe. Is it just shears that you get that from? Don't know why I'm looking in there for shears. Barrel. I need to grab a barrel. And some buckets would probably be a good idea. Let's put you back in there too. Probably don't need the hoe in my inventory anymore. I just picked the worst, the worst color of terracotta to add to that because it basically blends in very well. I'm losing my train of thought again. I was going to put the wheat away. Then I was going to grab some buckets. Sure, why not that many? And then check on my Nautilus shell supply, which is at 6. So maybe I will go and actually buy something from the Wandering Trader for once. I also wish that you could make the item frames invisible like they can on Hermitcraft. And non-clickable. That would make me so happy for my storage. Okay, give me Nautilus shells, because I don't want to have to fish them up myself. Or build a drowned farm. Yeah, sure, give me a whole stock. Thanks, buddy. Right. Put a little barrel here, I think. And then I believe I can just infinitely milk this cow, which is kind of ridiculous. That's not how cows work. They don't have infinite amounts of milk in them. But then I guess a lot of stuff in Minecraft isn't entirely logical, so maybe I shouldn't complain too much. Right. Kind of pointless because obviously I can just get milk whenever I want from these guys, but you know, I'm slowly attempting to do things which aren't just entirely practical. And having a barrel full of milk buckets is that level for me. Should I put some mushrooms in one of these? Who do you think would like mushrooms? Probably the pigs. If I've got some brown mushrooms, I might just stick a couple of those down. I'm pretty sure they won't spread because the light level is maybe too high. I've also got this aquarium, which maybe... We've got like 20 minutes left on the stream. Maybe I do a bit of work in the aquarium. Because I did snaffle a little bit of coral. But first, I should finish what I was doing. But I must have some mushrooms. Have I never picked up a mushroom? I must have done. There we go. I've got loads of mushrooms. Yeah, don't mind me. Just complaining to myself. I could be mean and put in some sweet berries. Let them spike themselves to death. No, that would be cruel. Yeah, and I'll just see what some grass looks like. I think it's because they're not on rails. So the minecart aren't on rails, which means I don't think the mobs can actually get in the minecart. So I should be safe on that front. I also need to do something about my cactus. Look, I already had to take some out and it's filling up again. My cactus farm is finally being productive. The sugarcane farm, less so. I might need to add another layer on that at some point. So I think this is probably going to be a bit too green to go in the enclosures. I might add it in anyway. How you doing? Little sniffers. Yep, they're getting on alright as well. Not that I wouldn't expect them to. So we give the pigs some mushrooms. Oh, they've grown up. Should have kept some carrots on me. Okay. Yep, I can only plant it on the pod saw. Which I did know. And then I think I can just put that... maybe it doesn't look too bad. Makes it look slightly not entirely well cared for. Like we've got little weeds sprouting up or something. I guess these could go on any of the blocks as well. Yeah, why not? I will have to see how big the carrots get. Because the wheat is growing up, the carrots aren't even showing yet. Pigs can't root up carrots, can they? I think bunny rabbits can. But I'm pretty sure pigs can't eat carrots that are in the ground. What am I doing? Shears away. Emeralds away. Bombs away. And grass was living in that chest. Okay. I'll put that hoe away as well. Don't mind me just talking to myself, but as I've demonstrated, if I don't, then I'll actually forget absolutely everything that I'm trying to do. I'm going to breed up another pig, because I think they're little enough that I could get away with 4 in that enclosure. And then maybe I name one of the sheep as well. Maybe I'll put down a couple of red mushrooms for the pigs. A couple of carrots for the pigs. And then I think I've got name tags in here. Yeah. So Jeb with a capital and an underscore at the end, you reckon? Always got to check that the piglin trap is still working. And there it goes. I really should put a alley or a hopper or something at the bottom of that. Just so that I can slowly accrue golden nuggets. Okay, who wants to be a fancy sheep? Oh. Apparently I did it wrong. Because you're not looking fancy. Is it a lowercase j, maybe? Yay! Right, appropriate amount of pigs. Mud patch. Yeah, could do. I could do some mud for the pigs. Right, I'm going to have a quick check on the multicolored sheep. How to make Minecraft rainbow sheep. Oh yeah, it's a little j. It's a lowercase j, not an uppercase. So we shall redo that. Yeah. That's all right. You know, soon I'll be able to craft name tags, but also I can just buy them from the villager, so it's not a huge loss. If name tags were really important to me at the moment, then I wouldn't be doing it on a vanity sheep. Right, mud. I do have some mud here. Don't know if I should put some... Pack mud might be a bit light in there. I might do a muddy mangrove route for them as well. Just the one though. Don't want them getting carried away. Right, I have to find the one that I named before, because otherwise I'm just going to have a random Jeb sheep for no reason. Right. Where are you, Jeb? There you are, Jeb. Hey! Yay! Disco sheep. Aww. Well, you can't remember absolutely everything in the game. I think I might dye these my favourite colours as well. Just because white sheep are boring. And then I think Jeb will stand out less because you'll be looking at her like, did that sheep just change colour? Whereas now it's very obvious that it's different from the others. Mud. Mud, glorious mud. Or the piggy wigs. I suppose it would sort of make sense for it to be by their trough. Because that's the sort of place that would get muddy. Don't fall in the hole. Because then I'll be annoyed that I can't place blocks down. Why do they always just stand exactly where I want to be? Okay. A little mushroom. Right, they've got a little patch of mud. Oh. Thank you. Yeah, much better to be in there with your family and your friends. Okay. So that's a little stable area. I might add some more decorative stuff in there later if I think of anything that I want to add to this. And yeah, once I put the chicken coop in as well, maybe I'll have more of an idea. Maybe some sort of little path as well that goes round to the barn. Little flower patch or something. Don't know. But for the time being, I think that's cool. Got my cows moved out of the way. Got some other little animals. I will dye some. So I'm going to have a cyan sheep. And I think a purple sheep because those are some of my favourite colours. Made Jeb sheep drop colour changing wool. Oh, that would be so cool. Very psychedelic. If you had like the whole floor is just changing colours. But I guess you wouldn't have to put down a whole carpet of it. But yeah, that would be really cool if it dropped a special kind of wool. Right. One of those. And we get two of those. I mean, we already have colour changing blocks. You know, Prismarine's got its little, I can't show you because I don't have any Prismarine, but that's got its own little, hue changes. And then stuff like, you know, the magma is animated. So it's not like they couldn't do it. It's not like the kind of code isn't there for it. They just decided to be boring. Yay! And now occasionally Jeb can match the other sheep. I'm happy with that. Not so happy with the wandering trader, but I can't really do anything about him. Okay, so I think I'll probably have time to put floor in my fish tank and fill it full of water. I'm not going to stand and watch, but I just do love watching them drop to their death. Probably says something about me. So I was thinking sand. I don't know if I want to mix in some gravel in there, but they don't really go that well together. Maybe I could have some gravel where the oops, that's not what I was planning to do. Some gravel where the coral is going to be planted. I don't think I showed this, but I replaced this block there with the sea lantern so that the trapdoor doesn't always get triggered when I open my door. So that makes me happy. Okay, so I'm just going to fill it full of sand first up. And then I can add in a bit of gravel and see if I like that idea or not. Or if it's a terrible idea. So the next question is, where would I want my coral to be? I think I definitely want a patch at the back here. Let's actually just use a shovel, because that would be a lot more sensible. Because I was thinking the gravel could kind of be like the coral is causing shade where it's growing up. And then a bit of coral here, maybe? And then I don't know if I would want maybe a bit here at the front. But that would block the view somewhat. I don't know. Let's fill it with water anyway and do some... can I not get out? Okay, I should have been able to get out, but I was just doing it wrong. Because what I should have done was swum up there and gone on this trapdoor. And then I can shut that off. Because that's the whole point of me doing the trapdoors down there. Is so that I could use them to get out. Okay, I'm going to put the gravel away because I don't think I'm going to want more gravel. Might want less gravel. And then I want to get some bone meal so that I can do some easy seagrass on the floor. Just thinking I should probably do a sea pickle farm at some point. More farms. Are you not? Nah, you're not. Okay, gonna have to build this up layer by layer, am I? To actually get it to make infinite water sources. Nice! That's one layer done. The next question is, am I going to get drowned spawn in here if I don't put sea pickles in straight away? I mean, it wouldn't matter because they can't get out. I could have an aquarium that's full of drowned. Right, let's do some bone mealing. Yep, that is excessive. I will also stick some kelp in here, I think. Maybe I should have put some bubble columns in. Well, not bubble columns, obviously, but soil. Sand? Soil? I always forget which is which. I know what they look like. I always forget which one is named which way. But yeah, I'm not planning to put any dolphins in here, so I don't need to worry about air for any of the stuff that's going in here. Right, over to the side. I will learn the trick at some point. Yep, that looks suitably full of water. And then, yeah, do I have sea pickles? Only 4. Which is not enough sea pickles. So I think I need to build a little sea pickle farm so that I can add those down. I have built a couple before. I built like a semi-automatic one with like observers and pistons and dispensing bone meal onto the sea pickles and all that sort of stuff. But you can also just do one where you do it by hand, but I don't remember how it worked. So I don't think I'm going to try and build that just off of memory. I just remember some coral surrounded by water. But I don't remember if there was like multiple bits of coral down there. But anyway. Right, that help pass the time somewhat. Actually, I guess I could test it. Pretty sure there's something about like having a fence in there as well, but I don't know if that was just for decorative purposes. Yeah, it has been so long since I think that must have been one of my pretty early streams, if I remember, was when I was doing the inside of this. I don't actually remember like what my first stream was. Okay, that might need to be underwater as well. Yeah. Okay. Does it need to... Oh, okay. No, it doesn't need to have something to spread to, but I guess if it did, then maybe I could mine what it's spreading to. Potentially. Oh no. Okay, fine. You don't spread. Maybe if it was waterlogged, it would have spread? I don't know. No. Okay. That's fine. I guess I can do it with, like... Oh. Other way around, I guess. Pickles? No. I definitely had a version which wasn't a complete pain to use, but apparently I don't remember how it worked. Digging out the basement and getting it started. It's so long ago. Was that like with the stairs and everything? Was I... like... did I build this bit out? Probably. Yeah, and then... Ah, so long ago. Feels like... Well, that's got to be less than a year, because I'm sure it was when I came back from New Zealand that I decided to do that. decided to start streaming. Okay, so now we can put a little bit of light in here, which is going to be great. And make it look a lot nicer and hopefully not spawn drowned if it would have done. And yeah, I could just have it a little bit dimmer at the back, maybe. Oh, off to the side. Yeah, that looks a bit nicer. Not quite so dingy and dark. Yeah, I need to think about coral shapes. And then, yeah, I can add some fans in, and then I actually need to populate it with creatures, not with the bucket of tadpole though. Ah. Back in the old days. Yeah, it feels like a long time ago, but also it doesn't feel like I've spent that much time in my world. But I am on day 962, according to my little overlay up there. But anyway, I think that will do it for today. So my plan eventually is to get some tropical fish, but I would also like a couple of glow squid in there because they look really cool. But I'm going to have to go down to the depths to capture one of those, I think. I do have some water lying around that they might spawn in. I think there is somewhere maybe over that way where I do pick up glow squid sacks every now and again. At some point I would like a glow squid farm too, but that's a job for another day. But yeah, right now I shall stick up my little outro screen and just say thank you for watching the stream. I'm going to be Dyson sphering on Wednesday, and I finished my defensive perimeter, but I didn't have time to build the parts market. PetSmart. So I'll probably be doing that on stream and trying not to rush it and turn it into spaghetti. Hello, Hyper. I'm afraid you have just caught me as I'm finishing up here. But I'm glad you stopped by. I hope that won't put you off. Yeah, sorry. It is, yeah, unfortunate timing. I start at 7 PM GMT and tend to finish at 9 PM GMT. So it's a kind of you blink and you miss it type job. Yeah, you're not the only person who's turned up just as I'm wrapping up the stream. So I'm going to be streaming a different game, Dyson Sphere Program, on Wednesday. And then next Monday at 7 PM GMT, I will be doing some parkour. So Minecraft again, but on a little parkour map that I found. Yeah, I stream twice a week, but Monday is always Minecraft, and then occasionally Wednesday is Minecraft as well, but I've been enjoying Dyson Sphere Program lately. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry that I'm finishing up and heading off, but I hope you will join in on a Monday and I will actually get a chance to chat to you rather than just a hi and a bye. But yes, I am heading off, I'm afraid. And I hope I will see you next time. So goodbye, have a good rest of your day or evening or night, depending on where you are in the world. And yeah, I'll see you later.